We just witnessed the craziest trade in NBA history as Luka Doncic has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis in what is a 3-team deal. As Shams just broke the news in the middle of the night, Luka Doncic apparently had no warning or anything that he was being traded. He wasn't approached about it or anything. Same with Anthony Davis. Apparently the Mavericks called the Lakers already about him in the past week or so, saying like, hey, he's on the table if you guys are willing to make the right trade for us. And apparently this was the right trade. And I think this is great for the Thunder, as I truly believe this makes it where no team can compete with them this season. Now, next season, different story, all right? This season, though, I think this messes up way too much of each team's chemistry for them to actually contend for a title. Not to mention, there's no telling when Luka's going to be back from injury. Anthony Davis is always injured as well. So I don't really think this season is going to help out much for either team, okay? They still have Kyrie Irving carrying the offensive load in Dallas. And LA, yes, you got Luka Doncic, who is a top 3 player in the world right now when he's healthy. But the question is, when's he going to be healthy again? That is the big question. And so this opens up where the Thunder, even if they don't make a trade for a guy like Cameron Johnson, which wouldn't impact the chemistry to the same level as the Lakers and Mavericks in this blockbuster trade, I think this opens up the West just for Oklahoma City now. It is their conference to lose, all right? I think this for sure makes it where they're making the finals this season. The next few seasons could be a different story. So we're going to break all this down right here on Thunder Digest today in a quick late night, just major breaking news update video. Before we get into all of that, though, it just, mean the world to me if you guys can consider hitting that subscribe button. 68% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, but yet you're watching this content on a regular basis. It's the best way to support the channel, and it means the world to me when you guys do so. With that out of the way, let's go ahead get into talking about this breaking news, as I am just flabbergasted. This just came out of nowhere. No one saw this coming. I was about to go to bed, all right? I'm like on the verge of I'm half awake, half asleep right now. And I was ready to you know what? I'm putting off the phone. Before I turned on the do not disturb button, I saw that tweet by Shams. I was like, there's no way this is real. I thought he got hacked when I originally saw it. This right here, this did not seem real. This did not seem real to me. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Sources tell ESPN, 3-team deal that includes Utah. I thought Shams got hacked. All right, breaking down this trade and everything, I don't think this really did much for either team this season. I keep on saying this season. This is what really matters, as OKC needs this experience and to make the finals this year. And I think that can put them levels ahead of a bunch of other teams in the league in the next season. I think next year it could really be dangerous, especially in LA. I think it could be super dangerous having a pairing. I know it's an aging LeBron, but having with Luka as well, kind of a passing the torch situation of LeBron to Luka Doncic. I really like that in Los Angeles, all right? Who else are they going to have besides Luka? That's a great question. You have guys like Austin Reeves. Dalton Connect is, a promising rookie, even though he's been struggling in the past few games, and you can never count Los Angeles out of any free agent signings. So this is possibly just having them plan for the next season. This is what I'm looking at it for both teams. Anthony Davis as well. He's constantly injured. When he's healthy, he's one of the league's best centers, one of the league's best big men. And so it's one of those things I'm looking at. It's man, this season, I don't think it moves the needle for either team. But the next season after, I think this is going to be dangerous. And Max Christie as well. He just came off a big game against the New York Knicks. And so it's one of those things looking at it. It's they got good pieces in return. Both teams did. But like I said, this season, I don't think it's necessarily moving the needle all that much. Yes, Luka Doncic is a great player. He's a generational talent, okay? When he's healthy, him and Shai are always going to be competing for the MVP award. Now that he's in Los Angeles, possibly the biggest market in the NBA, he's going to keep on getting that media attention. So it changes everything for an MVP, race standpoint in the future. But right now, I just think this changes the fact that Oklahoma City now has it wide open, all right? Here's also the full details of the trade, okay? He had to tweet it out and be yes, this is real, all right? It's not, I wasn't hacked, this isn't fake or anything, all right? Here's the full trade. The Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Mavericks got Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 Los Angeles Lakers first-round pick. And the Jazz got Jalen Hood-Schifino, 2025 Clippers second, and 2025 Mavericks second-round pick. So Jazz gets kind of you know what? We'll take some draft capital. Why not? Take a young guy in Hood-Schifino. Yeah. I just looking at this. You're the Mavericks. You couldn't have gotten, another first round for Luka Doncic. You couldn't have got another first round pick there. That's absurd to look at. I don't want to say either team got like fleeced or anything, but this is possibly going to go down as the biggest trade in NBA history. It's just crazy to think this goes down with the same trade as the Paul George to the Clippers trade, all right? Where it's like, man, no one realized like how much a mistake this is going to be. And I think this is going to be a huge mistake on the Mavericks down the line. Kyrie Irving is 35 years old. Anthony Davis is getting up there in age as well. You need to have a young talent to build around. You had Luka Doncic. You had Derek Lively, who's not a great second scoring option. That's why you had Kyrie Irving there. But you could have easily went out and got a second scoring option at the trade deadline or even a free agency. But yet they decided, like, you know what? Nah, we're moving on with Luka. It's just insane to me that they already moved on from him. Already. I don't know if he wasn't going to agree to an extension down the road, if his time in Dallas was coming to an end, like they were already talking about it. But it seems as though they didn't give him any sort of warning that he was going to be traded at all. This trade, I keep on looking at it, it's just insane to look at. It doesn't really make sense. Why would, I get why the Lakers would accept it, all right? I get why Dallas was being active at the trade deadline. I thought they were trying to get Luka some help. That's what I thought they were going to do at the trade deadline, not ship him off somewhere else and do a complete 180. I don't even know if they're going to make it in the playoffs now because of this. I know Anthony Davis is a great player when he plays, but he's constantly getting injured. I don't think this does anything for the Dallas Mavericks this season. Next season, if he can be healthy again, sure. Why not? Yeah, I think it could do something. Los Angeles, I think it definitely helps out. Maybe a little bit this season, but it's really going to help out next season when LeBron's in his final season. He's getting ready to pass the torch to Luka Doncic and make it his team with the Lakers. I think that, I think that's going to have huge, kind of implications for the Lakers then. But this season, I truly believe this opened it up for Oklahoma City Thunder to go out and win the Western Conference. I truly believe that. This trade is a trade that's going to open up the path for Oklahoma City to go to the finals and even win it all. Because I have them beating any team in the Eastern Conference. The only team I was truly worried about in the playoffs was the Dallas Mavericks, because a pairing of Luka, Kyrie, and PJ Washington as your 1, 2, 3 was deadly. Not to mention they had the opportunity to go out and get another defensive weapon or even an offensive scoring threat to help combat OKC. I thought that's what they were for sure going to do. All right. From everyone talking the Mavs community over at Mavericks Digest, all right, everything that they knew pointed to that they were going to get Luka some help once he was finally back and healthy, which it could be in a week, it could be in a month, it could not even be this season. Okay, that's where I was very confused. And now I'm curious, are they going to make any other trades? Are they just doing a 180 of the team? Like, look, we're going to go to the lottery. All right, we've seen how some of these kids play. Let's go get a good talent and then go right at it. It's just crazy. I don't believe it. Even Alex Caruso doesn't believe it. Look at this, all right? He even tweeted out that Sham's got to be hacked. He even tweeted out, that is a crazy trade. This is just crazy. This just flipped the league upside down. There's no telling what's going to happen in the next few days. Even in the next 48 hours, there's no telling what the next trades are going to be like. I don't know if this signifies that OKC is going to be like, look, let's at least get someone and solidify our spot here, or they're just going to stand pat now after this trade. This is changing the outcome and game plan of every team at the deadline, because even the Lakers were trying to go get Cameron Johnson or like a, Jonas Valanciunas or even a Zach LaVine. I thought they would have went out and got like a Jonas Valanciunas, but the fact that they went out and got Luka Doncic, just absolutely absurd. This changes the whole landscape for them. I don't think their chemistry is going to be good enough come playoff time anyways to make a real significant impact. And I know we've talked about chemistry over here for the Thunder for a trade for like Cameron Johnson or Bobby Portis. This type of chemistry is on a whole different level. Both teams traded arguably away their best players. Luka Doncic was for sure the best player in the Mavericks, and you could argue at times Anthony Davis is the best player for the Lakers. This just changes the whole dynamic of the Western Conference and even the league for the next few years. That's all we got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally thought when you saw this trade happen, because, oh my goodness, this is absurd. We haven't seen anything like this before. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video.